Hi everyone, hope you had a great weekend. I have a few messages I want to record for you today. And before I get into it, I kind of wanted to say that the messages I'm recording are intentionally a little bit raw, and the videos are a little bit just as they are. I just want the messages to come through as authentically as possible in my most authentic self possible. So hope you're okay with that. And just pay attention to the message. That's what's important. And so the other thing I wanted to say is, if this message resonates with you and you feel like sharing, you don't have to by any means. If it's private and you feel, to yourself about it, it's totally okay. But if you'd like to share and you're okay with it, I love to hear when these messages resonate for somebody. It really just makes my heart sing. And so if you're okay with sharing that with me, that'd be great if you could put a comment in, if it resonated for you or someone you know. So first, what's coming through today is that is a person or people. There's a young one in particular who's kind of emulating me with the intuition thing, and I want to first and foremost say that's totally okay to start that way. If you have a desire in your heart to kind of perceive like this and kind of use your intuitive gifting in this kind of way, typically that means you're supposed to be doing that. But I will say everybody has a unique way to do it. So I will probably record some exclusive content for Social Goats on how to develop that intuition within yourself. But what I wanted to say first is, if you're really looking to develop this intuition within yourself and how it best manifests through you, really just ask God, universe, spirit, source, whatever you call it, to lead you into that path and to bring about the teachers and the things that you need to learn and know so that you can expand that for yourself. And I think that, for me anyway, has been the most authentic way to really tap into that a little bit more, is to ask Spirit to lead me into it. The other thing is to just try to quiet your mind as much as possible. When you're perceiving something or when it's coming through, sometimes it comes through when you're not really prepared for it to come through. A lot of times it's happening when I'm like doing my hair, which is sometimes just because your mind is doing something else. And your forward mind is a little bit distracted. So, but again, just ask Spirit to lead you into that. And I call it Spirit, whatever you want to call it. And just trust the next thing that comes. And it'll be a really beautiful unfoldment that's very unique to you. And so if it's not like me, don't worry that it's not right or something like that. If it's not like somebody else, don't worry about that. It's going to be uniquely you. And really allow that, because that is the beauty of your unique expression of it. And we need that, is your unique expression is unlike any other. Next is going to be a gentleman named Sam coming through for his boys. They're in high school, or just kind of getting out of high school. He just passed recently, and he just wants to say, I just see him beaming with pride for you guys. And what I get from him is that you may seem young to be kind of on your own, but you really are ready, and he wants to just confirm that for you. I think you're feeling a little uneasy right now, which is totally understandable, but you're totally ready. He's always going to be here for you to guide you. And so all he's saying is just ask him when you're needing that guidance. Ask him to step in, and he'll be there for that. He's not going to run roughshod over you, of course, but if you want to hear from him, simply ask and, quiet your spirit, quiet your mind, and allow that to come through. One of you is dealing with something private. I won't call it out, but you know what it is, and it's totally okay. Dad is saying, hey, listen, make it okay for a moment. That's going to help free you from being controlled by it. And so the more you try to control, the more it's going to control you. And so just for a second, make it okay. I want you to do that right now. Make it okay. And then just kind of feel that grip loosen up over you a little bit. And continue down that path of just allowing that and asking Spirit what the next step is. for yourself to continue letting that go. And then another whose dad is coming in, and he's intentionally leaving a name off, and he says that is specific for you. You're going to know by the privacy of it that it's him. So, Dad was always firm with you in his guidance as you were growing up. And for you, that was like endearing. Really, that was like, you really loved that about how he provided you guidance. It was firm, never mean. It was just like firm, as a father would be to a son. It was really cool. He is, I don't know the details, doesn't matter. He's sorry for the way his life ended. And there's this perception of unfinished business, but that's not possible. So let that go. For some reason, that's something you're holding on to about this. There's unfinished business, and he wants you to let that go for some reason. Move on. Presently, you're doing something for him instead of for you. And up to this point, it hasn't really like landed in your soul that you haven't really grasped it. You're not owning it somehow. And you're trying to figure out why it's not landing with you. And that's why. Because you're doing it for him and not for you, and he wants you to do it for you and not for him now. And just make that transition. There's no forgetting him in that process, so don't worry about it. He says this is going to propel you into your next phase of life. This is specific for you. Embrace this thing as your own, as if you want to embrace him. Kind of use that same passion to embrace this thing as you would embracing him. Something about an older brother. And I'm not even getting any details on it because I'm getting the impression that never mind that is what he's saying. Like, literally never mind that. What you need to do is focus on you and here and now. And then lastly, I get that he's saying kind of this business of creating a gauntlet out of your everyday life. Just everything, making it hard on yourself and not being satisfied unless it's hard, not being happy with yourself unless you just killed yourself to get it, he's just saying, listen, that is a really big unnecessary waste of resources and energy, and he wants you to lighten up, and that energy can be then used to do other things. So hopefully that resonates with one or some of you. If it does, again, would love for you to share that if you'd like. If you would like to book a one-on-one session with me, my website is up. I've had a few sessions already. It's been great. It's called seewithash.com, SEE with ash.com, all spelled out, all one word. And you can go to the website and click, literally, it's all the same price. You can click personal development, Reiki, or whatever it happens to be. We will intuitively go into what you need. There's a place for you to put some information about what you want to get out of this session, and I'll be prepared for that. And then also we'll kind of move intuitively through kind of what I'm seeing, and if we need to pivot between Reiki and personal development and some intuition things, we will just move as spirit guides. So hope you have a great rest of your day, and we'll talk soon.